Hello viewers, this is Clockworks and welcome back to Orcs Must Die. This is the Lost Adventures, this is the final map in the Lost Adventures series, and thank you for watching the previous ones. I didn't feel like commentating them because, well, I just didn't. I recorded them all pretty late at night and, well, I just wasn't in the mood for commentating those previous ones. However, since this is the last one, I shall be commentating on this one. Now, this one can give you a bit of trouble because you can't really funnel the orcs into any really dangerous traps, like, you know, unpassable traps, which I like doing. That's the kind of stuff that I do, building unpassable traps in Orcs Must Die. And there's quite a few flies in this one, but you can handle it by placing the archers in the place that, well, you'll see me place them. Now, make sure, do not take the lightning ring for this one, take the fire ring or fire amulet, whatever you want to call it, because there is going to be a shit ton of ice ogres, or frost ogres, whichever you want to call them. Now there's no suicide kobolds on this, so you can block off one path like so, then you want to go ahead and block off this path, and eventually you'll get around to blocking off these paths to funnel them down, or just funnel them even further, because they do make it this far, trust me, they do. Right. And if you jump down here, you do take quite a significant amount of damage, so be careful with that. However, the portal takes you straight back to the rift, so it's all good. And you want to start placing your archers as soon as possible, because those flyers will rip you apart. Quite a few of them come. First wave of 12. Drop the standard firewall and there. Start shooting some orcs. Now, if you don't have the DLC floor trap, the floor fire trap, which I have in my sixth slot, then you can just replace it with something else. It's not really absolutely necessary, I just like using it. To be honest, you can just replace it with brimstone. It works just as effective. And boom, goes the dynamite. I'm not sure if you can just have one tar trap in the middle of that doorway to cover it both. You probably could, but I just used two there just to be absolutely sure. It's like making orc salsa. Now, I'm not sure if they're going to release any more DLCs to Lost Adventures. I mean, they might just start adding maps straight to Lost Adventures, or they might create a few new campaigns, as it were, which they seem to like calling them. But I'll try and keep them all recorded as best I can. I'll keep Orcs Must Die installed, even if I don't really play it all that often. I'm not the kind of guy that goes for high scores. I just not in this. I really can't be bothered. I do like to get the 5 skulls perfected and whatnot. I still have yet to do Nightmare mode. It's just I feel that the tactics I've used will pretty much be the same in Nightmare mode, and I don't feel like I'd have much difficulty doing it. Yeah, these guys overrun me a little bit, but thankfully the rift is right here, so I can just gun them down as they come straight towards you. I didn't have enough archers at this point to stop the flying units in their tracks, but I will now, because we have a little break and plenty of cash, so let's just go ahead and get this perfect. 5 on each side is good enough. 2, 3, 4, 5, and spin around, and 5 on this side too. Because as you've probably noticed, fire flyers and ice flyers come from each door. Not that it makes a difference which type they are, but you need that many archers to take care of them all.
Is that all?
If you had the lightning ring, you could give them some assistance, but I pretty much got every slot used, and I'm going to be using every single one of those traps and guardians to their full effect. So, as I thought, one tar trap can cover the entire doorway. Now for wave 4, there's a shit ton of kobolds, so just pay attention to those, because if they get past, you're screwed. As you can see, firewall's perfect for those. However, I will run out of energy at this point. Take a little check on my archers, see if they're doing okay. They should be. No, we're not going to have that. We're going to have that one first, and then the brimstone. So that 2 traps aren't wasted on 1 orc. Here's the first frost ogre. As long as you've got the fire bracer, he shouldn't be getting very far on his own. And there's the second for this wave. And that's just the start of many, trust me. There's so many on this level, it's ridiculous. I can't even imagine it on Nightmare, because there would just be so many. Plus armoured ogres, I'm guessing. Two, one, go. As you can see, they pretty much just throw the frost ogres at you. They're going to be your only concern at this point. Those archers I've placed down there are more than enough to take care of any amount of flyers that come through those doors, as long as you eventually upgrade them, of course. And as you can see, that's the reason I placed the old fire pit trap there, because it flips them onto the brimstone as well. A bunch of hunters come along, but they can't get to your archers, so you don't need to worry about that. And if you jump onto that crossbow, whatever you want to call it, I've forgotten the name, the ballista, that's it, then you won't take damage as you jump down there. So it shouldn't really be a problem.
Come back when you're ready.
Come back when you are ready.
Just for you.
Now in hindsight, I should have switched out those 2 back ones with, those 2 back grinders with wall blades at this point, but I must have forgotten. Bunch of archers will drop a firewall, that'll take care of pretty much all of them. As you can see, those archers are doing wonders. Bolster these traps a little bit. I could just let my traps deal with that, but there is a timer you need to be wary of, so... And now we're going to finish barricading off this to funnel them down to that path to the right. More ogres, if you actually stand closer to the barricades here, you can force them to just stay in this general area and they won't continue onwards. There we go.
Oh, here's a good one.
The ogres do make it that far, so watch yourself. There we go, I'm just replacing these 2, because only ogres can generally get this far, so... The rest of the things I pretty much take care of myself, and the grinders take care of them as well. Unfortunately, I didn't have the upgrade that makes physical traps affect ogres, so those warblades didn't do as much damage as they should have done. So try and get that as soon as you can. Freaking hunters, so many of them. As you can see, the hunters are merely a distraction on this map. They allow the ice ogres to walk straight to your rift, unbothered by you. Because you're too busy dealing with the hunters that are trying to kill you. As I was saying, this part is quite necessary because the ogres will get to those two things there, but everything else I'm adding at the back here, not really... You don't really need to spend this because they're not going to get that far, as long as you pay attention to the ogres and hunters and whatnot. But well, that's just pretty much making sure that nothing can get through. I don't think there's a lot else I could have done in this area specifically, so I would just start spamming traps like ahead of the just here, as you can see. Because it takes so long, like placing down my traps, I'll speed it up a little bit. More kobolds. They're not going to get past the grinders though, so you don't need to worry. 3 frost ogres coming out of that door. And there's lots of area units coming, but as you can hear, my archers are pretty much taking care of them, no problemo. There's another 2. As you can see, if you're not prepared for these guys, which I wasn't the first time I played this, they just pretty much overrun me. It didn't help the fact that I had the lightning amulet and not the frost amulet. I had the lightning amulet and not the fire amulet. So I pretty much screwed myself over doing that. As you can see, as long as you save your mana for the frost ogres, you can pretty much blast them down to 0 health before they even get to your traps. Of course, they keep sending waves at them at you, so you're going to run out of mana eventually. Which is why that guy's got so close. I do not have the upgraded brimstone, by the way. It would probably be a good idea to get that. I may be upgrading that next. As you can see, just wasting the excess cash here, buying a bunch of archers, which won't really do a whole lot. Should kill off those hunters first. The traps should take care of the ogres. The frost ogres got through, but they're not going to get very far, as you can see. And we're going to sit here and wait for victory. Anyways, viewers, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed my Lost Adventures series. I will be recording the rest of the Orcs Must Die if they release any more DLC. So, anyway, thank you for watching, and this was Clockworks. see you on the next video.